How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to part 17 of Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. We got some more Disney worlds to explore, ladies and gentlemen. The next world that we are heading to is the Castle of Dreams. Now, if you guys remember in Terra's story, Terra arrived at the Castle of Dreams right when Cinderella had her dress all ripped up by her wicked stepmother and stepsisters. But Ventus is actually the first to arrive in this world, where the dress actually isn't even completed yet.
Now, Jack, what's all the fuss about?
Somebody new in a house. Somebody never saw before.
Oh, a new friend. Where is he?
In a trap down the stairs.
Oh, dear.
Now, for Ventus in this world, Ventus is kind of like,
What is going on?
if we're going in terms of like with the Cinderella story, like the Disney version, Ventus is actually like the Gus Gus. If you guys remember that little fat mouse that joins Jacques throughout his adventure, he's the one that is actually found in one of the cages. But for this game, they only decided to include Jacques, and Ventus is kind of assuming the role as Gus Gus, where the two of them are actually going to become some really good friends and help Cinderella finish her dress. Like, that's essentially, guys, that's the whole point of Ventus throughout his time in Castle of Dreams. We are going to be fixing up the dress. We got to get some materials for Cinderella's dress. We got to find them, and we got to put it together.
Now. Look, a little guy, make her easy. Not a worry.
While also dealing with the unverse. Of course, that's like our main goal. But our top priority, guys, is we got to fix up that dress.
Come on now, Delta.
I always liked the relationship with Jacques and Gus Gus in the Cinderella movie. They were great. They were some great comedy, and I love those two characters. And I was glad that they added Jacques in Kingdom Hearts, but I almost kind of wish they had Gus Gus too. But I guess they kind of gave that to Ventus for this.
Of course. I'll see you in a little while, then.
Now, for this world, yes, as you can obviously see, Ventus is actually the size of a mouse. He is not his regular size like Terra was. Ventus spends the entirety in this world as the size of a mouse. And he's really the only character that does that. Aqua has it both ways, but for Ventus, we are staying this small for the entirety of this world.
Being a Keyblade Master is all I've dreamed about.
And now Jacques is kind of explaining to Ven that, Cinderella's dream is to hopefully go to the ball and, have a fantastic time, but her stepmom and stepsisters keep making her life a living hell.
Come on, follow me. Gotta see the house.
Hey,
Now, for the first part, you just have to make your way up to Cinderella's room. It's pretty straightforward. There's plenty of platforms to get you guys up there. It's really just this one single room right here. That's the first thing you're doing, and you'll encounter some unverse, no big deal. But as you guys can probably see from my command menu, I now have Tier 2 Fire and Tier 2 Blizzard. And then later throughout this playthrough, I'm going to be adding more spells. But once we get to the Enchanted Dominion again, Ventus is going to be like freaking maxed with all types of great magic. If you actually go by that wall, you'll actually trigger another unverse coming down. I mean, it's one additional experience, but hey, and in a game like Kingdom Hearts, you need all the experience you can get. And then there's a little hole to Cinderella's room. Now we trigger the next cutscene.
what's that?
That's a palace. King's palace. Gonna be a big ball tonight.
Is Cinderella going?
I don't know.
Hello, you two. Have you become friends already? Oh, that's wonderful.
I just think it's also just kind of like weird how Ven obviously has the appearance of a human, but yet Cinderella sees him as a mouse. Like maybe, I don't know, maybe it's just like some
I'm going to the royal ball.
weird magic trying to help the order with all the worlds.
True.
But it's like, I'm not going to go into it.
My dress will have to wait.
I'm not going to go into it because then we're just going to be, going at it back and forth.
All right. I'm coming.
Poor Flinderelli. She not go to the ball.
Why not?
never get a dress done.
So we gotta help her get that dress all good to go, ladies and gentlemen. That is our top priority.
For the ball.
But what do we need to get?
Rock around the house. Lots of pretty things.
Okay, let's do it. I'll go find whatever we need. Jacques, you get things set up here.
Excuse me. Rucifer, or Lucifer as he is called. Remember that name, ladies and gentlemen. Remember that name. Anyways, there are technically 6 items, but we really only need to find 5, because when we try to find the 6th item, that will actually trigger the boss fight. But for right now, you need to find 5 items to complete Cinderella's dress. And I guess I should have said this at the beginning. You're not actually going to be making said dress. You're literally just collecting the items, and then a cutscene happens, and bada bing, bada boom, the dress is all completed. But you got to find those 5 items. Now, all of the 5 items are in the exact same room. Well, 3 of them are easy to find. 3 of them are the easiest to get because you can maneuver around the area and get them right then and there. But the last 2 items in that room, you'll have to go into a hole in the wall, climb your way up there, and take 2 different pathways to get to each individual item. And I'll show you guys why when we get up there. But there are 3 of those items are right then and there for you to grab. And I should stress this too, guys. You unfortunately have to collect all of those items in order to move on with the story. If you don't, then you're essentially pretty much stuck there. You have to find those 5 items. But honestly, it's very simple, and you can get a really good head start because 3 of them are easy enough to grab. And I'll show you guys once I sell some stuff and get my command deck all situated. Oh yeah, now I'm trying to level up both those so I can... That way I can get Blizzaga and Firaga. So essentially, you'll want to head back down into that room where Cinderella found you, because that's where all the items are going to be. And one of the great things about Cinderella's world is that you'll encounter a lot of strong unversed. So you'll definitely be able to get a lot of experience really quickly. That's one of the great things about her world, because a lot of great, strong, heartless spawn within this world, which you'll actually be really grateful for. Now, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to clear out this entire area of unversed, and then I'm going to show you guys those first 3 items that are really easy to grab. I'm actually looking at one right now. But yeah, that's the first thing to do. I'm just going to clear out these unversed, and then I'll show you guys where the first 3 items are. Ooh, yikes. Good thing for this, I actually used the counterattack ability that I got. And from our visit to... Oh, excuse me. For our visit to Dwarf Woodlands, we actually unlocked the Firestorm command break. If you guys remember when we used that with Terra. And I think when you beat this world, you get Diamond Dust. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think you do get Diamond Dust. Okay, your first item is right on that couch, the white lace. So there's one. And then you have that that pink fabric right there, and then there's one more that you can easily get in this room. But you want to go to that yarn ball that's right over there. And the item is actually going to be in that second... I don't go there right away. I actually am going to get this treasure chest first. But the third item is right on top of that book, if you guys could see that really quickly. But you'll want to use this yarn ball. And then you'll find that nice white sash. And then unfortunately for the last 2 items, you will have to go into a hole in the wall and go through 2 separate pathways. And I'll show you guys where those are. It's really easy to get around, so don't worry. You're not going to get lost. But right then and there, we have 3 out of the 5 items. So now we just need 2 more. Okay, so you can either take one of 2 ways. So this is one way. You have to be careful how you traverse, and then you'll want to hit that book of matches to make that go into the next room. And for some reason, the game didn't want me to go up on there. And it's actually fun. One of the unversed just fell to the ground. I wasn't going to have to jump all the way down, but thankfully he rematerialized right there. So then what you want to do is you want to go to where that cobweb is, and you want to strike all those 2 cheese blocks and make them fall to the ground. Trust me, you'll thank me for this later. I know this sounds weird, but you got to trust me on it. Then go ahead and fall directly to the ground and take out those unversed. You also encounter, if you go into that corner, you'll find those special unversed from what I brought up in Terror Story, that if you can eliminate them, then you can get some extra XP. And I think I just eliminate 1. Yeah, I only get 1. I tried to go for a second one because I think I can, but then it disappeared, I think. Yep, there it goes. So that's another little area where you can find those unversed and get some items, and then get some extra XP. So the cheese blocks give you a little bit of a step boost, so you can try and get to that little treasure chest right there, and also that platform right there where you can get the next item for the dress, which is a button. And then I'm pretty much going to be doing the same thing I did before this, just because I'm level grinding right here. I'm just going to eliminate all the unversed in this room, and then I'm going to go right back to getting that last item. So I do apologize for having you guys having to sit through this again, but hey, you have to level grind. You have to get stronger. And we're not playing Chain of Memory, so it's not going to be as boring. Just remember that, guys. Remember that. Oh, what a hit. And like I said, if you guys decide to use magic throughout your playthrough, leveling up, once you get it leveled up to like at least its 2nd tier, you're going to be just one-shotting all these enemies. So you're going to be getting through the story as quickly as possible. Now, I mean, obviously, you don't want to try, I mean, you want to enjoy your experience, but, I mean, let's say you've never played these games before, but you really want to, like, move along the story as quickly as you can, then doing something like this can really, you know, you'll have to level grind, but you'll progress through the story really quickly, so then you can kind of move on to the next character, or you can move on to the next game. So it's just a little thing, but I really recommend that you take your time and experiment with different commands to really get a different and full experience of this game. So now you'll want to head back up into that mouse hole. Jump on the fork, and now go straight this time. Then take that right, left, right, left. Eliminate the unversed. Bada bing, bada boom. Alright, level 9. Then you'll want to go down there, take out that one measly unversed, and now go through that next little hole. Now be very careful. You want to go up that ruler, jump, and get that little, what's it called? The pink thread. And then once you, whatever item you find last, you'll instantly be teleported back up to Cinderella's room, and then Jacques will tell you that the last thing you need to complete the dress is a pearl. Now, you don't have to go and look for it, you just have to go back down to that room where all the items were, but then you're actually going to be triggering your boss. But I'm pretty confident in my ability to take the boss, so I'm not going to say it, but I am going to take care of some of these unversed for some extra experience. But yes, you don't really have to find that last item. You're really just going back down to the room, and then you're going to be entering your boss fight for this world. And by God, I love this boss. One, because I can't believe they actually did this for a boss, but I just find it so freaking hilarious. And I think you guys will too. So head right back out. Oh, would you look at that? It's a little kitty. And the kitty is guarding the pearl. And we got to get that pearl. Remember what Jacques said. Be careful of Lucifer, or Lucifer the cat. Which, as you guys remember from Cinderella, the stepmother has a cat named Lucifer, and if you guys don't know what Lucifer means, that is a name for the devil. Bam. Now, Lucifer as a boss isn't really challenging, but Lucifer has some really quick strikes, and the cat can knock you down in your butt. But thankfully, since we have magic and with our shot lock, we'll be able to really keep at a distance from him and take him out lickety-split. But yes, Lucifer the cat is our boss for Castle of Dreams for Ventus. I'm so happy they made this a boss. Now, the first thing you want to do is go ahead and get into your shot lock. And you'll end up taking a lot of damage off of this cat. Now, the cat will start to kind of move around by you, but what the cat likes to do is the cat likes to jump onto high places and then kind of jump down. He'll either jump down and just kind of wait for you, and then he'll kind of pounce. But one thing that he does towards the end of my fight with him is that he'll jump onto like a high place, and then he'll do like a pouncing attack. It's very easy to maneuver, but when he jumps high, you lose your lock on, but then you just have to hit him. Now, if he had some more health and I hit him, I would have triggered a reaction command where Ventus would be on top of the cat, and we'd basically be dodging stuff with the cat until the cat hits the wall. And once the cat hits the wall, you get a reaction command for Ventus to do a couple of strikes, and usually that's how you finish the fight. But since I already did a lot of damage to him, the cat was already eliminated anyway. But yeah, that's our final boss for Castle of Dreams. And we got the pearl, so I think it's time that we go back and finish up that dress.
Oh, well. What's a royal ball?
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I am coming at the 2-minute warning for this part. So, let's just go ahead and get my thank yous out of the way. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed Ven's little adventure in the Castle of Dreams. I love going to the Castle of Dreams because I just love that boss fight with the cat. It's just so funny and it's just so fun. I love that boss. I'm so glad that they did that. And we completed the dress. All is good. Hallelujah. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next part because the next time we're going to the Enchanted Dominion because we got one more world to go through in that little circle. And we got to find out what the heck happened after Terra, well, technically Maleficent took Sleeping Beauty's heart. And we got to see what Ventus has in store for that. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next part. Have a good one.
Jack, hope of Cinderella dream come true. What's up, inventory?
Huh? I wonder.
Being a Keyblade Master is all I've dreamed about.
Well, you're not the only one.
I know. You, me, and Ven all share the same dream.
Funny. I'd never really thought about it. At least until you asked me. My dream is to become a Keyblade Master.
Hope of Ven dream come true, too.
I just need to keep on believing. Right?
Zug zug.